Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Velanique. In this space, what I do is I test makeup and makeup techniques for a mature skin. I am 51 years old and I'm always on the hunt for makeup that works really well for this phase of my life. In recent years, my skin concerns have changed, and my skin has changed actually, and I find makeup that really served me well in my 20s and 30s and maybe even to my early 40s no longer serves me all that well today. So it is a really good thing that I enjoy shopping for makeup and I love wearing it even more. And if that's something that you can identify with, then maybe you'd like to come along the journey with me and see what we can find for our skin. In today's video, I am going to be testing out the new foundation from NYX. This is called the Make and Wonder Soft Matte Foundation. I have been wearing this foundation for about a week now, and I have got some thoughts. So why have I got two bottles? Because of the 21 shades that are available, I could not find one that actually suited me. So I initially bought the classic ivory, and when I got home and tried that on, it's too dark for me. So I went back and found number 08 vanilla, and that one's too light. But what I found is if I mix the two together, then it gives me a really pretty shade that I feel is a great shade match. So before I pop this on my skin, let's just see what the interwebs say about this foundation. So it's a soft matte buildable foundation. It covers everything but feels like nothing, it says. 21 undetectable shades with 24-hour wear. Looks like real skin, just smoother, more even and brighter. Infused with vitamin C, known for its brightening power to make your skin shine, and hyaluronic acid, known for instant hydration, a non-cakey feel. Buildable formula as you can wear as you please, from the perfect no makeup look to a full glam. This formula goes hard, feels weightless on the skin, fade and transfer resistant, sweat resistant, waterproof, and provides all day shine control. Says you can apply this foundation using a brush or a sponge as it blends seamlessly with your skin. The finish, flawless. The feel, barely there. With skin looking this good, they'll be guessing all day. Make a wonder. Right, so let's clip my hair back and let's pop this foundation on my skin. So the foundation comes in a plastic bottle. It has got a squeezy tube, or squeezy component, however you want to say that. There is, let's have a look, through 30 mils in the product. So that's 1.1 fluid ounces, and here it costs 290 Rand. I bought both of mine from NYX. So what I've done is on my little palettes, I have just popped the two shades, and I'm just going to quickly just mix those two together. Actually, maybe what I should have done is shown you the consistency first, hey? It doesn't matter how long I've done this, I keep forgetting. Right, so we squeeze it out there. So it's quite a creamy consistency and it blends really nicely. This is the lighter shade, so it looks pretty good. Right, so let's pop this on my skin. I have found in wearing this makeup for the last week that it performs a little bit like the original Estee Lauder Double Wear, in the sense that when you pop it on, you've got to work quite quickly. So on my skin today, I have only just got my moisturizer and sunscreen. I've got nothing else on, no primers, because the sunscreen that I'm using, I'm testing it out, says that it's a primer as well. So let's see how we go. So I'm going to pop this on one section at a time on my face. And what I have found with this particular foundation is that you want to start off with a little bit of a lighter hand. So I'm just going to pop it on with this little brush, and then using a dampened beauty sponge, I'm just going to blend it in. Side by side. I think the skin looks lovely. I really enjoy what the coverage looks like. So I definitely say that it is a medium coverage foundation, and you could see from the amount that I used, not a whole hang of a lot actually. I am going to build it up a little bit on my cheek area, but I'm going to leave my forehead and my chin as it is. I actually quite like the coverage there. Let me do the other side. now my face done, and I have built up where the rosy cheeks are, and I actually do quite enjoy what the coverage looks like there. You will notice that when I was blending the foundation that I pretty much took what was left on my sponge to pop it on my forehead, and then using the tiny remnants which was on the brush just to give it a tiny little bit more coverage. What I have found with this particular foundation is that if I put a full amount, almost like what I had done on my cheeks, on my forehead, I have found that the product definitely does collect in the lines and then does separate in the lines during the day. I found using a lighter hand and not as much foundation has given me a better wear. So that is why I didn't put a lot of the product on my forehead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this set for a little bit. It dries down very quickly. That's why I've done my face in stages. I'm going to let it set. I'm going to quickly finish off my complexion products, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this looks like in natural light. Right, here I am, natural light. I have popped the rest of my face on, and I will say that the makeup products that I've just used, my contour, bronzer and blush, have really played quite nicely with the foundation. Once this foundation sets down, it doesn't seem to budge quite easily at all. I have it on the back of my hand. I'm going to have to get a little bit of micellar water because it is well and truly stuck on. But yeah, I actually do quite like what the finish looks like. It is a soft matte. It is not completely matte, which I quite like. And I think it actually looks quite skin-like. So I think I'm going to give this about a 7-hour wear test. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'll see you around about 5:30, 6 this evening, and we will do our final check-in there. Time for our end of day check-in. Now it is 5:25 in the afternoon or early evening. I've had this foundation on for about 7.5 hours. So I'm going to zoom you in and let's have a look and see how it has performed on my skin. Okay, if I have a look on my forehead, product looks like it has settled into the lines on my forehead. Oh, let me get that piece of hair off. So it seems to have just settled very, very slightly into the lines of my forehead. It has separated over my 11s and this wrinkle here on the bridge of my nose. It has not really settled in the lines around my nose, my nasal labial folds. It hasn't seemed to settle there, and it didn't settle in any of the lip wrinkles. But it looks like the product is off the tip of my nose and the tip of my chin, which is a bit strange. And it just looks like just a tiny little bit there, and on the other side it looks like the product has worn off. And then the pores on my chin, they seem to look very exaggerated to my eye. On my neck, the product definitely has collected in those lines. That does not look good at all. So for me, I have not found this product to be completely transfer proof. On my phone today, I think I've actually wiped it off. There definitely was residue from talking on the phone today. I just want to have a look. I've got a tissue, and I know it's really the end of the day, but if it's transfer proof for 24 hours, then surely there should be nothing that comes off. But product does come off. So yeah, not transfer proof, not for me. I think this product will probably work if you have a very oily skin, maybe. I think if you have a very dry skin, this product really wouldn't work because it is quite matte during the day, is what I did definitely notice. So for me, I'm going to say I don't think I would actually suggest this for a mature skin. The way that it has separated over my 11s, if you have wrinkles that are as deep as what these are, then I would imagine it's going to do that pretty much all over our face. It has worn really well on my cheeks, but that's the area that there is still a little bit of volume on my face. So if I was a younger person, I think I would absolutely love this foundation. But I don't think it's actually made for a mature skin, which I am so surprised at because I really have worn it a couple of days during the week. But I don't think I've looked at the product at the very end of the day just to see exactly how it has worn towards the end of the day. I will say during the day I did enjoy how matte it looked, but from about hour 5, 6 and 7 I then start to see the product breaking apart on around my 11s, and it's gone on my chin. So yeah, I don't think this one's going to be one for me. Bit of a bug because I have 2 of them. I think I might just take the darker one and add it into my moisturizer and make a tinted moisturizer out of it. That probably would work quite well actually. So maybe not all is lost. Yeah, that's it from me. I am a little bit disappointed with my results. I was really hoping for something fantastic. In actual fact, I was hoping that this would be similar to the new reformulated double wear from Estee Lauder, because it applies very similarly to that, or at least when it dries down. But the double wear is just fantastic. It does not settle in any of my lines, and there's none of this nonsense on my neck either. So definitely not a dupe for that. Yeah, there we go. That is my video for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, won't you consider subscribing, joining our community? It would be just so awesome to have you, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.